Hi guys, so let me talk about the BOB books and how one should introduce the BOB books to beginning readers. So just if you want to put your child in the habit of reading books independently, you should start with BOB books. So coming to BOB books, let's start with set 1 for beginning readers and see what all it has inside. So this book set has 12 books inside, and these are the books over here. So let us start with Matt. Matt is the first book in this series, and it has, say, all the CVC words in it. So a child reads it as a, ma, t, mat. And then they have just two words over here, mat, sat. So a child will read it as m at mat, s at sat. Sam sat. Matt sat, Sam sat. So initially when they'll just start reading with this, they will read it as, they'll blend each and every word. Am, Sam, s at sat, on, m at mat. So they are gonna read like this. But over practice and reading the same book again and again, they will understand how to blend CVC words and how to pronounce it together, like Matt, Sam. It comes over practice, and it took us, say, around 2 to 3 months to get in the process of reading the CVC words. So after 2 to 3 weeks, if the child is reading the same book again and again, it becomes as if it's a sight word, and they'll just read it like, this is Matt, this is Matt, this is sat, and so on. So that's all in the red books over here. So if you say that these books would be in the same level, so just to make this process a little more challenging, we'll move to the purple books. So purple books over here has more sentences in it. So say Dot has a cat, and all these words can be broken down into CVC word pattern and can be read by the kids. Just have a look here. So there is just one sight word, that is the, and that's it. So, and then we'll come to the green books. That would be little more challenging for the kids, but they can read it. Over practice, they can just read it very smoothly. Jig has one wig. So they will read it as jig, her as, has, and so on. So it has simple words in it, very simple sentences, so that the child doesn't get too overwhelmed in this process of reading it all by themselves. So this is another set in the same series, the green books. And if you can have a look, they have little bit of 4-letter words here. All the words are 3-letter words, but they have 1 or 2 words which has 4 letters in it, like consonant blend. They've started introducing the consonant blends, say, from book 10. Just have a look at the next book. Again, they don't have much of consonant blends and 4-letter word over here. 1 or 2, and that's it. And the last one in this series of beginning readers, and the name of the story is The Wet. So they have, say, 2 sentences on 1 page. Earlier it used to be just 1 sentence, but now it has 2 sentences. That's it. So now we are done with the BOB book set 1, and let me show you BOB book sight word that one should introduce post BOB book set 1. So this book, as in this box, has 10 stories in it, and they have these flashcards of sight words, say doll sight word set 1. And this is the first storybook in this series. So if you have a look at this, they'll be focusing only on these 3 sight words, and they have flashcards. So to begin with, you can start showing the child these sight words, and they have 1 sentence even on the back of this card, and you can ask the child to read it. and then you can do this and you have to do this together. Say you can, depending on the child's interest, you can either repeat the book, say for a week, or you can switch over to the next book. So Matt hid, Sam saw, which is again a sight word, Sam saw Matt, Sam ran to Matt. And that's how the storybook goes. The story goes in this storybook. So that's here. It is done. So each and every story has, say, 3 or 4 sight words in it, and you can keep these cards together inside the book and let the child read it out by himself. So now I'll show you. First you start with beginning readers and then you move on to the sight words. Post you are thorough with sight words, you can have BOB book set to advancing beginners. Let me show you how the sentences are framed in this book. So this BOB book set 2 is known as advancing beginners, and let's have a look at the sentences. The sun was hot, very easy. It has like, say, just one sentence on every page, and they have CVC words and little bit of sight words in it. Quite easy for the child to read. That's it. So this story has just CVC words and little sight words in it. Let me show you the next series. That's the green book. And let's have a look at the green book over here. So green book 2 has all the, like, it will focus on these sounds over here. And then again it will have the short vowel sound, CVC word, and so on. Coming back to the red book over here, we still can see the CVC words and few sight words. CVC word again. Then we have the double L rule over here. Little bit more sight words. And more sight words again. 2 sentences on one page. And that's it. So the sentences, like, initially we saw that one sentence will have just 3 or 4 words in it, but now if you can have a look at it, it has more words, say around 6 to 7 words in each sentence. That's it. So that's all about BOB book set 2. Now I'll show you set 3. So this is set 3 and it is known as word families, and these are the stories that they have in this box. So it has 8 books plus 2 activity books. So I'm going to show you exactly what words they follow and how is the pattern in this book. So if you have a look at this first book in this set, it has very simple words and more of sight words, consonant blends, and some CVC word, so on. Coming back to the red book, let's see. Okay, so we have purple book next. No, we have red book. So let's have a look at the red book. So see, they have quite challenging words as well, like the ED rule. We will push the card, the digraph over here, because it has S and H. See, push. EDs. So you can look at these words and you can say that now they've started introducing the big words for these kids to break it out and read it together. Molly put her toes in the pond. They've little bit of challenging words for the kids to decode, but I think it will be good for them because there is a smooth transition from, say, set 1 to set 3. And let's have a look at the activity books over here. So whatever stories that they read, they have some question and answers and some activities related to that. This book is again good. So this book is known as the BOB Books Set 3 Word Family, and the last one that I would like to show you is this book. So this series of BOB books is known as the Complex Words, and these are the stories that is inside this box. So starting with the first book, let's have a look at the sentences and the words used in this book. So they have more sight words here, more consonant blends, and more sentences on one page. That's it. Let's have a look at the red book over here. So these books see now they have around 3 sentences on one page, kind of challenging the kids to read bigger stories, complex words. That's it. Just have a look at these words. They have all the ED words here, and if you would ask me, this would be the first syllable, the VCCV rule. So you need to break it over here and make it into 2 CVC words, that's sum and mer, summer. And the last one in this series, have a look at this story, that is Jumper and the Clown. So it has quite complex words over here, but if you are introducing them to phonics side by side, it will be a good practice book for them. That's it. So these are the books that I had for my kids. I did not go with the Set 5 long vowel series because I thought of looking for the Chip and the Biff collection of books for practicing long vowel stories, and I moved on to the for the long vowel concept. I switched over to reading comprehension as well. So that's it. So if you would ask me to buy like only the few BOB books, I would recommend you to have Set 1 beginning readers, and then you can have Set 3 if you just want to skip the sight words series, because these words will anyways be introduced in this book, in this box. And the last one that you can have can be complex words, and then you can switch on to Ladybird Independent Reading Series or Usborne Independent Reading Series. So I will cover those books in my next video. So thanks for watching. I hope it was an informative video for you. Bye bye.